spider bite? Spider bait, right? Yeah.
You like that song, Dirty Hat?
Dirty Hat? I don't know what song that is. Could you please?
Why is your hat so sweaty and dirty?
It's an old hat. It's an old Mets hat.
You did wear it for Darryl Strawberry today.
No, but I wear it all the time.
Can't you be honest and say you wore it for Darryl Strawberry today?
No, I wear it all the time.
He took it off, by the way, already. Like, he put it back on so he could come in studio.
Yeah, I put it in here because I know you guys would have some fun with it.
Just say that. We know you did.
No, I wear a Mets hat. I usually wear a Mets hat or a Sirius XM hat every other day.
I've never seen you in a Mets hat.
Because I take it and I put it on my desk when I walk in.
So how do you stop the girl from patting your rear end?
All right, guys, I got a lot of work to do.
That's a good. Is that a fair question?
I said I'm doing a job here. You know, she was maybe with a boyfriend or a husband. I don't want to start a fight at a party.
You mean you don't want to get beat up at a party?
Was she hot, at least? Was she good looking?
Yeah, she was cute. Yeah.
You didn't even ask, like, hey, is your boyfriend going to get mad or your husband?
Exactly.
You just said, hey, I'm doing business.
I'm working, yeah.
Did you fill up a little bit?
What's that?
Fill up.
Yeah.
No.
Did it get a little heavy?
No, because I was working. And all of a sudden, woohoo, what's that?
Did you jerk off to the possibility of what could have happened later?
No,
that's a great question.
Yeah.
Did you put it in a spec bubble?
No.
For later?
No, I just, whatever. The job was over and that was it.
Here's what happened. He went out in the car and he came back and there was clear stuff all over the front of his fucking pants.
There was not.
Could you answer this question?
Toothpaste stains on his black slacks.
Do you have a working penis?
Of course.
Are you impotent?
Okay.
No.
It's all right. So what?
Are you a eunuch?
Why am
What's
I
going on
being
with you?
cross-examined here?
How often do you ejaculate?
I don't think that's the time or the place to discuss this.
This is the new way to do radio.
No,
if you do this type of radio, I'm telling you, you'll have a show.
You know, I thought you guys did a great job with Strawberry. That was probably the cleanest 40 minutes you've ever worked.
If you thought we did a great job with
wonderful.
Strawberry, I'm going to go home and probably think about hanging myself.
That was nice.
That means we did shitty.
It's a nice interview. It was a good interview.
It was all right.
You know,
let's relax.
But what was the
it was
guys,
just all right. We're okay
and Denny,
to admit
in that interview, it's all about God. He said about, my wife cut me off from having sex, and that's when I realized I got to. So he even talked about sex. All that God talk.
Right.
Darryl brought it up. Right. She cut me off from sex, and I knew I had to change my life because I wanted sex. I love it that much.
Yeah,
and you're not even talking about
it. He wouldn't talk about baseball. That's what I wanted to hear him talk about.
We all wanted to hear about baseball.
I wanted to hear about fucking Darryl banging hookers and pulling trains on the road. I didn't care about his fucking baseball.
I think he had some fun.
Made some good hits.
I think him and Mookie had some fun back in the day. Good old Mookie Wilson.
Like Mookie,
Him and Doc. Him and Doc put a girl in the spigot.
Doc was cool when he was in here as well.
He was great.
Yeah.
He was one of my favorite interviews ever, and we only had him for a few minutes.
Yeah, he was great.
Would you jerk off to two of the Mets double teaming a girl?
No, of course
That's
not.
a really good question.
No.
Like, if you could watch two Mets double team a girl, what would the two players be?
I'm not into watching guys do that. No.
Any two Mets.
It's not gay because it's the Mets.
Right, and there is a girl.
Right.
You're not into watching that.
No, I'm not into watching guys do that stuff. No.
So what are you into watching then? Two guys and a girl you don't like?
No.
Like one guy and one girl.
Oh, now we're getting somewhere. Okay.
Or two girls.
There's nothing wrong with watching a guy and a girl make love, sure.
Voyeurism? Voyeurism could be hot.
No, that's like
Make
peeping
love.
Tom stuff. No.
Denny, what's your ultimate goal as a DJ? What does he want to be? He wants to be what?
That's a great question, Jim Florentine.
What is your ultimate goal? Like tomorrow you can
Hopefully
get a promotion.
in the hallway in 5 seconds.
Like what would be?
I mean, I'm on the air here. I'm doing shows on the 60s and 70s.
You're barely on the
I'm
air.
on the weekends.
So would you
at
take
program channels?
Say you were the morning guy on the 60s channel. Would that be the ultimate job for you? Or would you want something even better?
That would make you hard, right?
I'd just like to stay in programming as like a VP or something. That's good.
So you'd like to get elevated to VP?
Yeah.
What are your hours around here?
I usually come in about 7 in the morning, get out of here about 5 at night or so. Do some stuff.
You're here 10 hours a day.
All right, Denny, what if
every day?
What if they
We're
offered
barely
you
here 4?
They offered you the VP job here,
Yeah.
but you had to touch a guy's penis. Just touch it for like 2 seconds. Just touch his helmet and you got the job.
No.
Why? You don't have to look. You don't have to look the guy in the eye.
Because I don't do that. I don't touch guys.
You could turn your head.
It's not gay because you get the big promotion. Everyone knows that.
All right, maybe you just cup his balls and go cough like a doctor, and you got the VP job. Just do 2 seconds. And you got the job. Nobody knows. Just you and that
2
guy,
seconds.
and he's never going to say anything.
You don't have to look, and he's looking away too.
Yeah.
Just like in the
Nobody
doctor's
knows.
office.
I would know. I have to be true to myself.
What if you just gave him a pinch on the rear end? Would
No.
you do that? You wouldn't pinch
You wouldn't
someone
grab
on
a
the rear
guy's
end.
ass
No.
because you got the promotion if you grab my ass.
No.
6 figures.
Yes, you would.
No.
Nice 6-figure
You're
dick.
lying.
No.
How about if he just wanted you to put your hand out and he could rest his balls, his cock on your forearm and his balls in your palm for 2 seconds?
Would you do it?
Yeah, I have.
It's Tuesday, isn't it?
It's Super Tuesday.
I don't know.
See, Denny, look, would a good gig for you be like a judge on American Idol?
Not really.
Because you know music.
Yeah, I like music. Yeah.
All right, but if you got offered that job, would you take it?
Sure.
All right, so you have to just Who's the Ryan Seacrest is the executive
Ryan
producer.
Seacrest, who's a radio guy too, so that could be a pretty cool fantasy if you think about it.
You got the gig at American Idol, 10 million people watching 3 days a week.
But it has to be a full jerk off. It has to. It's American Idol.
Yeah, that's true.
We can't play around here. It's going to be a full jerk off.
It doesn't excite me. I couldn't do that.
It's not supposed to excite you.
It's not supposed to excite you. You're doing it to get the big gig.
It's not a bonus.
You're on 3. Denny, you're the music expert. The whole world's going to know how much you know about music.
And no one will know
your expert opinion after someone sings.
Do you know how much you can charge for wedding DJs once you're on American Idol?
Absolutely.
Can I add this too?
Yeah.
No one knows that you actually jerked them off.
Exactly. No one does. It's only between. Nobody knows.
No one
They'll
knows.
never know why you have that
And now we're in front of a
Guaranteed
huge
that nobody knows.
audience
I'd have to
fucking
think
night.
that over.
He's thinking about it.
Okay, all right. That's we're getting somewhere.
Denny's mouth is for sale.
You don't have to look him in the eye,
Right.
because that might be a little overboard. That might make you a little uncomfortable.
And no one
you can
will
look
know.
the other way. He can look the other way.
Right.
Denny, are you upset because potential clients know that your mouth is for sale?
Well, I want to do. One day Opie's going to have communion parties for his kids, and he's going to need
I
a
am
DJ, and
not
I'd love to be there to.
Well, I would probably hire you.
Bring the hula hoops
You're
and
professional.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have any nice venues in Huntington?
Denny's mouth is for sale.
Denny's mouth's for sale, and now everybody knows it. He admitted it.
Oh, I didn't admit it.
You said you would think it over.
Yeah, you did.
All right, so Denny, how about this? So you would think that one over. How about if you just have to kiss Ryan Seacrest, not open mouth,
No,
on the lips for 3
I don't
seconds?
do things like that.
No, but you were open to jerking him off.
No, I wasn't
Exactly.
open.
Yeah, you were.
I wasn't
You
open.
just
You
said
said
you do it
I'm-
for.
Yeah, why is that outrageous
Well, I think,
now?
and then I'd make my decision. It would probably be
That's
no.
what we learned. Your mouth is for sale.
No, it's not.
But
You might
American
have to use
Idol.
it in a couple different ways.
Yeah.
Denny,
Nah.
the whole world needs to know how much you know about music.
Just a quick
Let
peck.
them know. No,
All right, a kiss on the cheek.
I'm not going to kiss a guy.
On the cheek.
Ryan Seacrest.
I don't care who it is.
He's pretty.
I don't care.
Are
They
you
can kiss him.
homophobic? That's not the right attitude to have.
I'm homophobic.
How come
I'm
you
just
don't like
not-
gay people?
Would you?
I didn't say I don't like gay people.
Yes, you did. You
Yeah,
said
Yeah,
That's
you're
right.
saying
You
I would.
did.
All right, but your salary starts off at $3 million a year, and you work 20 days out of the year.
Wow.
And then you could DJ,
Wow.
be VP here, do all this other stuff.
That's right.
$3 million a year, 20 days.
And all you
And
gotta
you
do
could
is
charge-
eat Kenny's ass after a judo class.
I'm going to go now
Why? This is very
He's
good
gonna go jerk
question.
off.
because I don't like the way this is going. I came in here to talk about music and fun stuff.
Would you intro records
This,
through
this
Ryan?
is the
I got one.
funnest thing we've talked
No,
about
this
all
is the
morning.
funnest thing you've talked about.
This is
I
making
haven't
up for the
enjoyed
Daryl Strawberry interview. That's why we stayed late today. We felt guilty.
it. Why?
I got one. Would you intro records through Ryan Seacrest's ass?
No.
What?
I don't
Why?
want to- It just smells. I don't want to be down there. It's-
Not if you use your voice properly. You won't smell anything. Got to use the. You got to go down.
Breathe
Use
through the
diaphragm.
mouth.
It's getting
Right.
time for you guys to wrap things up. It's 20 past the hour here.
Well, not
But
really.
would you, though?
No.
All right, what? It's weird because he said he would consider jerking him off.
No,
for the gig.
I
Yeah,
considered
you
that,
did.
and I
Now-
changed, and I
He
made my
said he
decision.
would think about
He
it.
said
And
his
then I
mouth-
You would
said
think
no.
about it.
You thought about
And then I
it.
said
What made
no.
you say no? You were visualizing this going down.
I just don't do that.
I don't do it either, but for that gig, I probably would.
Yeah.
You would, right?
Yeah, you would have to.
I would.
The money's too good.
If there was like a heavy metal version of American Idol, and that's the only way I can get the gig, I'd probably do it. I don't think of it. I don't want to do it.
You
So
would do it
last
for
thing
the. You would do it for the regular version, though. You would have to. The exposure and the money's too good.
Probably.
You would have to.
Well, that's why I'm.
You're a man
not
with principles.
a success- yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Do you think Rusty Staub is a fat cock?
No, I like Rusty Stubb.
Why does he like
doesn't
Rusty
have a fat
Staub?
How big you think he takes? How big are his dumps, Rusty Staub?
I've never given it any thought.
But if you had to.
Just let it settle in for a second. We got
All right,
time.
thank you. No, I've never thought of that. Why the heck? would you-
I haven't either until
why
this
would you-
moment.
why
I'm
would-
just saying.
I don't understand why your
All right,
mind
well, take a
goes there.
second.
Why-
Take a second and think about it.
And why
Rusty Staub, he was a little chubby, overweight,
Probably
didn't
liked
have a
the
lot of
steak.
speed.
Yeah, freckles.
I think he was like a big chef or something like that. He used to
Yeah.
cook meals for the Mets. So just imagine.
He used to have his own rib joint in New York.
Yeah,
Rusty's-
so a lot of ribs,
Really
greasy
adds to this
ribs,
conversation.
Nice rib
Thanks.
shit.
and then he probably corn on the cob on the side. So just how
Didn't mind
big
having
would
a
it be?
beer or two.
Yeah, a couple beers on top of that.
How many freckles do you think is on his pecker? If you had to guess.
I don't know. I've never thought of that.
I would say probably 3 strong ones.
But why would your mind go there?
Why are you fumbling with the clipboard?
Because I don't talk
You're a
about
little
these like
nervous.
this. Yeah, but
Why does our minds go there? Because it's
Yeah.
fun.
for who?
Everyone
Everyone is
involved
interesting.
except you.
Okay,
You're a fuddy-duddy.
You don't like gay people.
didn't say that.
Look,
I'm going to
Danny,
human
I'll prove.
resources.
Danny, I'll prove that Sam said he would love to have his show Monday through Friday, the Sam Roberts Show. Sam, would you kiss Ryan Seacrest on the cheek to get that show here?
And I get like, how long is the contract for?
You go year to year.
All right. Yeah, for a year. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Why are you being a pussy? That should be a quick yes.
No, I know, but
that should have been a quick yes.
He just he's a married guy. He doesn't want to do it, but he's like, hey, this is what I need to do.
Everyone else in this
my
room
wife would understand.
Anyone else in this room understands that it's not gay.
It's a struggle.
It's not gay because you're getting a better gig.
Would you let
you're advancing your career?
To have your show on every day, would you let Ryan Seacrest grab your head, but with his jeans on, push his dick into your face?
with his jeans on?
With his jeans on? For how long? How long does he have to have
his head? Hour and 40 minutes.
So you would feel the bulge? The bulge on your nose?
That's a little
Then isn't this much better than talking about charts?
No, I prefer to talk about charts.
No one wants to talk about charts.
It's the same talk
You're
every
making
time.
a lot of mistakes.
Okay.
Yeah, hard drive of hits, this song, that song.
But
fucking
Denny, Sam would do it to advance his career. He knows he's talented. He should have that slot.
Well, he's a man who's considering suicide, so I guess
no, he was just joking about that.
So,
He was joking, but he knows it's a tough business. Sometimes you got to do. Look at all the Hollywood actors that slept with the directors to get a role, and then they just move on and they're big stars.
Because once you're there, you can do it.
Right, exactly. It's the way to get in. Like, I'm going to fuck some guy that's hanging out in the club anyway. It might as well be a director that's going to put me in a movie, and then I have that tape, and I can get other roles from it. Let me just fuck this guy once.
Sure.
Same thing.
Well, I thank you for your career advice. I do appreciate it.
Well, we're trying to help you out.
Well, thank you.
So if we see you on American Idol next season,
you're ungrateful.
You jerked off Ryan Seacrest.
Not ungrateful. No.
Yeah, because you said you would consider it.
Yeah, you said you would consider it.
Yeah.
So then if you saw me there?
Yeah.
That means your
mouth is truly for sale.
I went your way.
That means I'm not shaking hands with you ever again.
Exactly.
You sick fuck.
Dennis, does it shoot out or does it like gurgle out?
Yeah, you got a guy.
Could I shoot out right now?
How's your shot? Is it good still?
Can I shoot right out that door?
Can you hit yourself in the chin?
Like,
hey, Jim.
Does it gurgle out and it collects around the rim of your fingers?
So, Jim Norton, where are you going to be appearing? You have any gigs coming up?
Can you still arc one, Danny?
Just want to get a plug in here for Jim.
Thank you. I'll take care of the plug in that. I'd like an answer first.
Yeah, what does it look like?
I don't discuss
I can kind of guess.
Do you still jerk off?
What do you think?
I don't reveal stuff like that.
I think Denny's dick is thin.
Yeah?
Yeah, Denny has a thin dick. The head is a little bigger than the rest of it. It's awkward looking. And I think when he comes, it barely bubbles out. I think he thrusts his hip up and it just...
Does he shave his pubes?
No.
You think? No?
No.
So it's a big hairy bush.
It's a big mess
Salt
down there.
and
It's a big
pepper,
mess.
awful balls.
Yeah.
You think it looks like when it shoots out, does it look like a kid's volcano science project that didn't really work that well?
Yeah, just dribbling over. It's like a stroke victim throwing up.
Come on, Danny.
Danny, that's what it looks like?
I'm not coming in here anymore if you guys are going to go this way, because I like to come in here and just have a good time with my friends, okay?
Wow, really? You won't come in here anymore?
I promise you that.
Nice.
You mark my words, young man.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get you upset.
Yeah.
It's all right.
So what does Jess say when you tell her you're depressed?
We're just sitting around, having a couple beers,
What the fuck is wrong with
I
this
don't
guy?
talk about things like that.
The hell's
We're
wrong
not
with
sitting
you?
around having a couple of beers. We're on the radio.
Yeah, but
Do you
We're not in a
appreciate
bar.
good shit at least? Let's, we'll...
Yeah, do you take like pride in a good, like if you really leave a big shit in the toilet?
Right.
Yeah.
No,
You take pride in
that's
that?
not an accomplishment. That's just a chore. That's just something you have to do.
You've never had one shit where you've been like, I got to show this
Yeah,
to
you want to
somebody.
pick it up
No.
and show your family?
No,
you never took a picture of one of your logs.
no, never.
Did you ever giggle to yourself because it was like so obnoxious?
No,
You ever have
What's
one that's so
wrong with you?
big it's sticking out of the water?
no.
You haven't?
Well, if you have that's
Oh, so you have.
that's happened. Yeah,
So-
but
so
I'm
you
not going
do
to take a
look.
picture of it.
You look though.
Yeah.
How about one that looks like a nice pot roast?
No,
Just
Do you keep a tape measure on top of the bowl?
No.
Just in case you get a long one?
Did you ever have one that you don't want to wipe because you don't want to cover it up?
no.
Do you
Do you
remove
use
it?
baby wipes or you use regular toilet paper?
I use regular toilet paper.
No baby wipe.
No, of course not.
Not even for the first like coating.
Do you poke around in the water and move the toilet paper with other toilet paper
No.
to see what it looked like? I have to do that sometimes.
Wait,
I
how
don't
do
know.
you wipe your ass sitting down?
I get so yeah.
Not me.
Lean
I stand
forward
up.
and wipe.
Me too.
And then,
Oh, my God, no.
And then the toilet paper's in the way, so sometimes I'll take like a wad of toilet paper and quickly move the toilet paper, see what I did.
Wait, you lean forward and wipe? I stand. We've talked about this, but I
but
can't
since
do
you
it.
stand up, your cheeks come together and it makes it even messier. Everyone knows that.
I stand up and bend
stand
forward
up.
a little bit.
I get the first like one or two done, and then then the last couple I'll
Which
be
side of the
standing
room
up.
do you take, Dennis?
What side of the room?
Yeah, how
are
do
you
wipe
stand
your
up
ass?
or you
Sits
sit
or
down?
stands?
Right. Can you answer that at least?
I'm trying to
We're
figure out,
talking.
I guess a little bit of both, probably.
Depending on the
You
day.
fucking hover.
You got a lot of wiping to do, Dennis. You got messy shits?
Do you wipe front to back or back to front?
Have you taught your son any of this yet?
Yeah, but you have a vagina, so I'm just wondering.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
I still have to wipe my dad's. Well, I did wipe my dad's ass.
Okay.
Late in his life. No, I didn't. But I still wipe my son's ass. Yes.
Good for you.
What's the normal age for that? I don't know anything about
I
it.
think it's getting a little too old.
Really?
Yeah, all of a sudden I'll be just chilling out and I'll hear, "Hey, Dad, wipe my ass," coming from the other room.
How old is he?
13?
He's 17. Right, yeah.
How old?
Dennis.
He's 4.
4?
I think, but then I make him practice.
I'm surprised they didn't jump in with that quicker.
You still wiping your son's ass?
Yeah.
How old
We're
is he?
about the
I'll
same
be
age.
4 in a few weeks.
Yeah, so I
Is
think
that
it's
about normal? I have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think it's about time that he wipes his own ass. Yes.
How long did
He's
you
in
wipe
the
your son's
practicing
ass?
stage.
I never did.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
no?
never did?
Why?
Why?
My wife did that.
Oh, okay. Good for you.
Oh, you're one of those guys.
He's one of those old school guys.
Very, very queasy and stuff like that.
Can't look
Diapers
at a
and
log of
everything.
shit. Yeah.
So what? She's not queasy? Shit's not fun, sir.
well, speak for yourself. So you couldn't.
Wait, you made your
Well,
wife?
no, if I took him to a men's room, if we were,
But
out
you
at
made your
Disney
wife
World.
do all that?
If she did, yeah, she was
Wow,
home.
you're old school.
I like that though. That's good for
He's
Denny.
old
Denny's in
school.
there with his Mets hat, watching the game, getting drunk. Wipe the kid's shitty ass.
So you
yelling.
expect a meal as soon as you get home. You're one of those guys, right? You farted, Denny? Nice.
No, that was Jim.
Denny, nice one.
Nice
That was Jim.
Did you hear Dennis
you
rip one
paused,
just
Jim
now?
dropped one in. No, and we sort of like a jingle segue there.
Why wouldn't you wipe your own kid's
No,
ass?
I did on occasion if we had to. If we were, like I said, if we were
I'd
in
just
an
scold
amusement
him.
park or something. No,
I'd
of
rather
course
not. I would rather pass that on, sure,
No.
but you got to get in there.
You have to teach him how to do that, though.
You should carry wet naps with you.
Yeah, you wet nap? I wet nap.
Yeah,
How old is he?
Then I go back to the toilet paper,
Now?
dry it all nice.
I have 2, 19 and 17.
Oh, okay.
When you fart, is it quiet or do you try to push out a loud one sometimes when you're by
Do you
yourself?
fart in public?
No,
On elevators and stuff?
no,
Just squeeze out an SBD?
no. You try to wait and you go to the men's room. You do it.
Do you
know.
shit here?
You fart in the men's room?
Who the fuck does that?
Everybody does.
No.
Like you save your farts for and go to the bathroom?
You walk all the way down the hall to fart in them.
I have actually not farted in the men's room just to save it for when I got
Just
back in.
save it
I
for
know,
here,
of
right?
course. I farted having a threesome. I don't care where I got to do it.
Danny is just a nice guy.
Do you know how mad the company would be if they found out he was taking bathroom breaks just to fart?
Yeah,
what
that's-
about
that wouldn't be good.
productivity?
No, not doing that every 5 minutes.
That
Do
would
you
be
do you
good.
shit here at Sirius, or do you wait to go home? Of
course.
For 8
Oh, you
hours a
do?
day.
Do you pad the seat, or you just go bareback on it, or you put
Oh, yeah.
paper down?
No, we
on
have
it?
those. So
you put that on?
Yeah, of course. Don't you?
Do you do a courtesy flush or no?
Beforehand?
No,
when it's
while you're
coming out.
shitting.
Yeah.
During?
No.
No, I don't do that either. Fuck them. Fuck everyone.
No.
You don't courtesy flush either, do you, Florentine?
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes?
No, I like a fucking good. My shits are stale,
Oof.
putrid,
Are they?
terrible.
All right, Danny. So what's the number one song in the country?
Oh, this week, the number one song. Let's see what we got here on the charts. Magic by Rude. You like that one?
I don't know. Do
It's
I
a
know
good
it?
song.
How do I know
It's
it?
a good tune.
Let me hear it.
Pump it up.
I think
Not the whole
Florentine's going to like it a lot.
Oh, I could just imagine.
Yeah.
Saturday morning, jumped out
Oh,
of
yeah, I know
bed,
this.
It is too.
put on my best suit,
What's the hook again?
got in my car,
Why'd you have to
Marry
be
her
so
anyway.
rude? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
all the way to you. Knocked on your door with heart in my head to ask you a question, 'cause I know that
that for you?
you're
Boring.
an old-fashioned man.
Don't like reggae.
I like reggae. This is boring though.
That's a huge hit. I know this one.
How would you have heard this song?
You listen to hits,
Like,
man.
where did you?
I will listen to hits one every once in a
Oh,
while.
you okay?
Every once in a while. Especially when I'm driving. Just nonsense. I kind of have like OCD with my music and satellite radio, so I'll start with like channel 1, 2, 3, whatever, and just keep moving up the dial slowly.
Do you really?
Yeah. It's,
How long will you
it's
leave
weird.
each one on?
If I like the song, I'll leave it on. Yeah.
I sing along.
And
to
then I'll
this song.
slowly keep moving up.
Sing along to it?
I never get to the hip hop stations because then I start over.
What are your presets?
I don't have presets. I like the Pearl Jam channel a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I like Alt Nation. And what else? The 70s channel I like.
Good.
Yeah. Ozzy's Boneyard.
I don't like Octane as much as I used to. I guess I'm getting too old finally. Fuck.
You like Classic Rewind?
I love Classic Rewind and Classic
Vinyl?
Both of those do a really good job. Yeah. I just listened to the Tom Petty Town Hall. It was amazing. I think I like Tom Petty finally. Never
Nice.
really dug him, but he's an interesting fellow.
Yes, he is.
Is Jim Laird here today?
He might be coming in for it. Yeah.
Will you see him?
If I
Tell
do,
him,
yeah.
because I don't think I've ever run into him. Just seriously tell him I thought he did a great job at that town hall.
I will.
I heard the whole goddamn thing. This means nothing to anyone. What am I doing?
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
Let's
what-
get out of here.
It's a nice
No one
little
gives
cross.
a
I like
fuck.
your cross
But
promotion,
no one
though.
cares.
I care.
Everybody was into the shitting conversation.
I know.
That was a good one.
And now we have to fucking end this on a
Did you
dud.
take a dump yet today? Can I ask
I'm going to
that?
go now. Okay.
You are?
I'll go now and I'll give you full details the next
Will
time
you
we
take
run
a
into
photo?
each other. No, of course not.
Just on your phone.
No, I'm not taking a selfie. That's ridiculous.
No, just shitty, not a selfie.
No, I'm not going to do that.
No.
No.
What is the other one we have to do? See, I forgot about it already. Good.
What?
Selfie is it's the
Aussie.
Aussie, right?
Aussie.
Yeah.
You would be into an Aussie, I think.
Yeah.
I could give you some good ideas about your next podcast. I was out at the ball game last week, and a lot of things that people do at the games that's really annoying now. You'll probably like that.
Oh, you
Like
hate
what?
when they fucking when
It's-
you're
I mean-
catching a good peek and they zip up and walk away.
Do you peek at a urinal?
We went to the game. We went to the Mets game last Monday night, and it was the fourth inning. There was a row of people behind me, people in their late 40s, 50s. These people were drunk already.
No shit.
And it's expensive to get drunk at a baseball game. These beers are like $10 a pop, right? And it's like selfies.
They're
every
drunk
other-
already because they cut
They've
off
been-
beer sales by, I think, the fifth inning now.
But then again,
So you
people-
gotta
it
get
was
drunk
Monday
fast.
night, and these people were pounding at the game.
It's a
Just
baseball game.
Yeah.
Well,
Boring.
again, I'm there watching the game, keeping score. Got the scorecard. Watching.
keep score?
Yeah, I like to keep score.
You're the annoying one, Dennis.
No, I'm not.
What are you doing with that?
I got the program. You bring it home and you put the ticket in there and you say, you remember when we went to the game on July, whatever.
And then everyone's going to go, no.
He's not Florentine. He's not kidding.
No, I just like.
No,
to,
I don't.
it's a
I'm not a
hobby.
big score in the game
No,
guy.
but he really loved.
Yeah,
Who's
I
coming
enjoyed
in?
it.
No one. I'm just doing this because I have to go to the gym, so I'm changing my into my sweatpants while we talk. But I can't do
You
it.
want
in
to check out
shorts.
Jimmy's penis? We have.
No,
Change
it's
it,
okay.
change in
I'm
front of
okay.
Dennis.
It's underwear. I do it all the time. Who cares?
Dennis, just let him.
It's underwear.
Yeah.
And will you be okay with this, or are you going to go to HR?
No, of course not.
You're going to go to HR.
No, I'm
aren't you?
not. No, I'm not.
I just do this.
See, look.
Well, is
Wow,
everything going on between innings at the games and stuff?
That's
Do you like the
pretty
kiss
nice.
cam? Do you like
See that? You see what Jim's working with there,
He's got,
Dennis?
he's got a little something
Dennis,
going
took,
on right
Dennis
now.
took a little peek.
He wants to make
He
sure
did-
I'm not naked.
He took a little peek, and now he's making believe he had to adjust his
He
headphone volume.
He dropped his Sharpie. He dropped his Sharpie. I just
You know, I do this. Saves me time at the gym. But I have to do it in shorts.
Yeah, we got to go. Denny, it was real.
Thank you.
Florentine, pleasure. We got you on our channel Thursday for a couple hours.
Thursday, 7 to 9.
That's
yeah.
awesome. I'm looking forward to hearing that. And then, of course, the podcast on
that's right.
Riotcast.
Jim, you ever want to come out and do a mobile gig? You're always welcome. Bring you along. I'd love to have
I'm
you.
married. I don't want a girl to grab my rear end.
Well, no, I'll make sure.
You know what I mean? I
We'll
don't
just
know, I
get you
wouldn't
out
know
there
what
on
to
the
do.
dance floor, rocking the
Hey,
mic,
I'm trying to
getting people up.
All right.
work here and do my business.
I like that.
me.
I appreciate that.
Florentine, what do you got going on?
My comedy special,
Yeah.
September 13th.
That's
George
awesome.
Street Playhouse, New Brunswick, New Jersey. Tickets still on sale. 2 shows that night. And I'm doing a show in New York City, a warm-up gig for the stand-up special. August 28th at The Stand, 10 p.m. show. I'm doing the
That's a
hour
small
material
room.
there. Yeah.
Cool.
Bringing the director and stuff, people down to see it, and then taping a couple weeks later.
Great. Awesome. All right. And Jimmy?
I got the
San Francisco this
San
weekend, right?
Francisco Cobbs this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and the Addison Improv August 21 through 23. Syracuse September 4 through 6. And on Vice.com, the new episode, the Whitney Cummings episode, comes out, I think, tomorrow. The promo should be released today, but this was a really good one.
Cool.
I think
They're
it's
all
the-
good.
Yeah, but I mean, this one I was particularly happy with it.
Also want to thank Daryl Strawberry and his wife Tracy for coming in today.
Yeah.
Florentine's got an extra book for his father-in-law.
Maybe we should give it to Denny.
Denny, would you like a book?
I would be honored. That'd be very nice of you.
He loves free stuff.
That's nice. I'll be in Atlanta.
Also known as swag.
You won't read it.
I'll read it. Of course I will.
It's all about God.
Well, so what?
You're a known atheist.
No, I'm not an atheist.
You're an atheist?
Yeah.
No.
You're an atheist whose mouth is for sale.
Yeah, exactly. You're
Yeah, what would God think that you might jerk off Ryan Seacrest for that American Idol gig?
He's not happy.
That's why I wouldn't do it, because God wouldn't like it.
Why God made you the way you are.
I'm going to be in
right.
Atlantic City next week going to the DJ show.
God gave you that velvet mouth.
That's going to be fun. Why don't you come down?
To where?
Down to Trump's, the DJ show. It's a big DJ show in Atlantic City, 4 days. All the equipment and the gear and everything, what's new in the industry.
that sounds
Yeah.
awful.
What's new in the industry? Nobody there.
Photo booths.
You guys
and,
at least get hookers?
DJ controllers and stuff, and they have
You got
shows at night.
You got a massage parlors?
What's that?
You get jerked
No,
off?
you know what I like
Yeah,
to go? I
when
like
in
to
there.
buy taffy on the boardwalk.
Florentine appreciates taffy. That one you appreciate,
Yeah,
right?
Look, he's an old school guy. He didn't wipe his son's ass.
Right.
he eats taffy, and he scores baseball games. So, you know.
Oh, God, Daddy.
He's living in, it's like 1955.
He'll live to be 95.
But that's all right.
That lifestyle.
It works
Good
for him.
you.
Thank you.
We're going to play another Godsmack song because I promised the guys, even though they'll never hear
FML.
this. We could have made believe that we played it, but we're going to play it for them.
You like their version of Rocky Mountain Way they did a couple of years ago?
Yes, I do.
Good
They
version.
do some covers from time to time, and they do a great job of it. I love Sully. I'm a fanboy of Godsmack.
Yeah, they're
Good Times, Bad Times, they did a cover of that,
Yes,
too.
they
So
did.
It's a great cover.
That was really good.
Yeah. Speaking of Zeppelin, I played Rock and Roll this past weekend at the wedding. Place
Wow.
went wild.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Zeppelin.
When were we speaking of Zeppelin?
Well, because he said good times, bad times.
I know, but
Zeppelin.
we weren't really.
It was a good time. You just made it a bad
Just sitting
time.
around having beers, talking music with the guys, having some fun here.
You wouldn't
That's all.
drink beers with us.
I drink beers with you.
What kind of beers?
What do you know what's I think the best, maybe we could get them to send up some Sam Adams summer beer or their light beer. It's great summer beer. Great light beer. Sam Adams. You like Sam Adams?
What happens when the summer's over?
Well, then they have a whole variety of fall beers.
They have a winter ale.
Okay,
they
so
have
you
a-
don't.
yeah.
So you don't. drink the
Saranac
summer.
Lake has a nice 12-pack.
So you won't drink the summer in September because it.
Do you like a good pumpkin ale, Florentine?
No.
Do you go seasonal beers?
Craft beers? Where are you at with beers? What do you drink? What's your top?
My
three?
wife's family's into the
Craft beers?
Yeah, I never had one, but I'll have them here and there.
I'm into a grapefruit beer right now.
I'm not
It's good.
into the
Low
flavors.
alcohol too, so
No.
you get a few in you.
You like Schmitz?
Yeah.
I'm not into
Schmitz
the
is
flavors
good.
and the beers, but
Old school. Some of those old beers, I like that. I'll drink some of those.
Would you ever drink a
Valentine's.
Lowenbrau?
Heineken's.
Heineken?
old school Heineken.
Yeah, you're a Heineken guy. That's the perfect beer for you. It
Yeah.
just makes sense.
Were you a Lowenbrau drinker? Remember Lowenbrau?
No,
That was a good German
I'm not
beer, so-
70.
Yeah. How about Utica Club? Nice six-pack of Utica Club.
Oh, God.
You were probably a Jenny Cream Ale drinker back in college, right?
I had no choice. We had no money.
choice,
That beer
no choice.
stinks. Oh, yeah, I drank a lot of that. That's the kegs and the beer balls were always Jenny Cream.
Today's show will be available later today on Sirius XM On Demand. An encore presentation is coming up next.
Hey, this is Chris D'Elia, and we're back with this show, whatever the hell it's called. the Opie Show, I guess, with Jim Norton.
We got Morgan Spurlock, who only has a limited amount of time.
Yeah. He has 4 minutes.
You know what? The anniversary. There's a big anniversary today.
What, is it September?
Hey, Morgan. What's up, buddy?
I'm Morgan.
How are you? Good to see you.
Vic Henley. So Morgan.
One of the greatest events in New York City history happened 40 years ago today.
What year are we in? 14? That's 1970.
Something we've talked about a lot on this show. It horrifies both of us, and we had the guy in. That's some great clues.
And we had the guy in.
And we didn't really like him. We're kind of bummed.
The guy walking between the trade centers.
Philippe Petit.
That's right.
That was 40 years ago today.
Wow.
Wow.
Have you ever seen the pictures of that?
It's amazing.
And
It's crazy.
Did you see the documentary? How they got
great.
the whole
Yeah, the
fucking thing
documentary is
done?
crazy good.
Yeah, how they shot the arrow across
Just shot the arrow with a
Yes.
basic tiny little thin rope, and then they made the ropes bigger and bigger and tied them down all in the middle of the night.
Incredible.
Obviously, it's incredible because we can't really imagine, security before 9/11.
Yeah, that's right.
You can't just sneak all that equipment into a building nowadays. They're the
And the
pictures.
video camera got fucked up or something, so they couldn't
They
tape.
don't have video of this.
Yeah.
And then
It's amazing. It's one of the coolest things ever. Yeah, absolutely.
I think so. And then he laid down in between the towers and just looked up at the planes going by and stuff.
God almighty, that must have sucked. Like you're just laying there, you're like, I'm laying on a rope between two buildings. What the fuck am I doing?
1,000 feet.
Yeah, why am I doing this?
What
Imagine if
happened?
he had a panic attack and couldn't stand up.
Right. What happened to the camera? He was trying to video it that day?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what the problem was.
Because they have some footage from the ground that's he's like a dot in the air, so it's,
It's shit, yeah.
Could you imagine if they had video on the
Yeah.
side of the building as he was doing this?
The photos are good, though. Like, they have some really good photos.
Yeah, there's
that's
some
an
great
iconic
pictures.
picture. But, you can say I'm afraid of that in every personal life. We go, yeah. There's a guy named, we talk about, what's his name? The guy who climbs, Alan Robert. Do you know who he is?
Oh, the Spider-Man.
Yeah, but he climbs with no
Human
equipment.
Spider-Man,
Yeah.
that's right.
Right.
No equipment, but this guy's braver because he was his feet on a rope. Nothing to grab onto.
It's completely horrifying. Could
Yeah.
you imagine just walking out onto that
No.
that rope or whatever they call it.
I wouldn't
the
cross a
wire.
sidewalk if it was that high.
Imagine the sidewalk is from one tower to the other. Would you walk that sidewalk?
No.
That's a good
no.
question.
Hell no.
Would you ride a bike?
No
Not even with
rail,
handrails. No.
Yeah, not even with handrails. Right. Yeah,
You
hell
can
no.
ride a bike down a sidewalk, and you know you're not going off the side whatsoever. But now take that sidewalk in between the old twin towers. Would you do that?
I wouldn't.
Hell no, right?
No.
Be scared to death.
Isn't it weird? Like, you'd fall over.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't fall over on a regular, like you said, regular bike.
You don't
do
even
for
think
a mile.
twice about it, right?
Fuck. Well,
But you would just panic. You would just panic.
You would run to the edge. You would really want to run and throw yourself over the edge for some reason.
it's just they're showing Anton Red Eye on fucking Imus. Hope nothing happened.
Why now?
I don't know. Maybe it's just an Imus replay. We never know. We just look up and see someone we know on fucking
Right, exactly.
for ourselves.
Right, exactly.
What is your show? I did not watch it.
It's no, it premieres,
I meant to
premieres
watch
tonight.
it.
Oh,
No, we
good.
have
I'm so glad I
copies.
didn't lie.
Great copies. Oh, it appears tonight on Showtime, called Seven Deadly Sins.
You always have something going on.
I know.
Are you running out of show ideas at this point?
Yeah. I ran out of one.
You're making us all look bad.
Yeah.
He's always working.
That's
He is
unbelievable.
He's very diligent.
How do you come up? I came up with one show idea,
Yeah.
which was that I get blown by girls and then
That's
tell
a
everybody
great
how
idea.
good it was.
That's a great idea.
It's a great show.
I don't know if I'd watch that show. But
No, that's what people said when I pitched to the network. They're like, nobody would watch this but you and the girl and her husband.
This is for Showtime, but you also have something for CNN.
we have a show on
that
CNN,
just
Inside
ended.
Man. Yeah, which we're shooting the third season right now.
Oh my God, good for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. No, but the Seven Deadly Sins show is fantastically dark and weird, and
Right.
Yeah, I grew up loving Alfred Hitchcock and Outer Limits, and remember The Hitchhiker? That show used to be on HBO.
Sure.
Yes.
And a guy would come to town, crazy shit would happen, and so I always wanted to make like a nonfiction version of like an Alfred Hitchcock Presents, where all the stories are true but just as dark and weird, and the show's fantastic.
I'm so mad I didn't see it.
How many episodes?
I meant to.
7, yeah. seven
That
this time
sucks
around.
that you penned yourself in on an idea.
That's right.
You should have done the 12 apostles.
I know.
You should see my new show, 104 Deadly Sins.
Exactly. 365 days.
We have modernized.
But you're smart enough that you will figure out a second season.
Oh yeah, well
You will.
the best part is there's so many fantastic, crazy people out there that we're gonna it's an endless supply. Like we had
Right.
so much
The
good
sin
stuff.
can be different. Like the sin is the same, but the example of the sin can be different.
That's
Gluttony,
exactly right.
Right, yeah.
All right.
That's
Sloth.
right. That's
Sloth.
right.
So
yeah.
explain what we're
Envy,
gonna-
greed, anger, lust.
Yeah, lots of
So
good lust.
pretty
There's
much,
lots
yeah.
of good lust.
I bet there's got to be a ton of lust. Yeah.
So good. Like in the lust episode, which is one of my favorites, we found this one of the stories. We tell 3 stories in every show, and one of the stories. Thank you very much. One of the stories that she brought me a coffee. That's what I was thinking.
Yes,
her for.
yes.
That one of the stories is about a company, because people like to have sex with animals. They're just
Right.
people that like to
Why
have
are you
sex
looking
with
at
the
me?
animals. I don't know, like-
What the fuck? Why are you looking at me?
I'm from Alabama.
You
This
look-
is
you
totally-
look-
He's from Alabama.
I'm from Alabama.
So you
looked at him.
But you look so innocent. See, I was making-
Totally to you.
No, you look innocent. I wanted to make sure that you knew that people do like
I
this
think
in
you
the
said
world.
was just so obvious. Of course they do. Of course. You're supposed to do. You feed it. You might as well fuck it.
But if you don't live, like where I grew up in West Virginia, you don't live in Alabama, you're not close to an animal. What do you do?
What's the number one animal you think? Sheep.
well,
I'm going
Cows.
sheep.
I bet you it's a cow or a horse.
Well, I'd say people probably like the idea of a horse the most because of its giant phallus. But people probably can't handle that as much as other animals, which is
being
why.
fucked. Oh, dogs.
Oh yeah, dogs. Which is why there's
Oh
a
yeah,
company.
dog's gotta be number one.
Yeah, there's a company called Exotic Erotics that say you want to have sex with said steed, but said steed is not around. You can call them up and order the Jackson, and the Jackson. That's what it's called. And
Really?
So
Why is it
will-
called the Jackson?
because that's the name
Named
of the
after
horse.
Reggie. It's number 44.
All right.
They will
24 inches for your pleasure.
So they get said animal excited. They put, said sheath over animal, create mold of giant penis,
Right.
and send it to you for the comfort of your own home.
Oh, they don't even bring you the horse?
Oh, no,
They don't bring
I was hoping you were in your house. You beep, beep, beep.
I
And
was
you
gonna
fucking
say,
see that
right,
truck
right.
out front.
The trailer's out front.
Fucking dumb horse looking out the back. Like, oh no, not again. You got a fucking fat one.
What the hell do you do with this thing now?
Put it in your pussy.
I guess so, right.
I don't know.
You stick
That
it on the floor.
satisfies the
It's gonna-
fantasy.
I guess enough because it's gigantic. But
What
they also have like dogs. You can order whatever. Like if you get like a Doberman or a German Shepherd, you can get the different dogs.
And you talk to women that have done this?
We spoke to some folks, but they didn't want to be on the show.
Surprised they didn't want to be on camera.
Well, can't you know...
I told them, I said, listen, we'll blur your face out,
All
everything.
that
And they're
shit.
like, no, we really don't want to be on. And I was like, all right, fine.
But they've ordered these things.
Oh, yeah, lots. They send them all around the world. It's crazy.
Probably mostly the men, though. I can't see women. Maybe some women, too. But I think women would like the idea. I've talked to a woman who fucked a dog once, and she said it was the idea.
No, it's just the casualness of it.
It's like Tuesday. It's just Tuesday to him. It's just another day.
He's just giving us the weather.
But did she seek out the dog to have sex with? Like, or did she just have a dog who one day the dog got aroused?
I think I actually don't know. It might have been a friend's. I don't remember. But she said what she liked about it was the rawness of it, like the fact that this thing just mounted and fucked. There was a basic in nature thing about just being mounted and fucked that she liked.
What about the nails, the claws?
She didn't. I didn't get. I honestly, she didn't tell me that. I came as soon as she said it. So I didn't get any more details.
That was one of the first porns I ever saw. Was a dog fucking a lady.
Really?
Yeah, a buddy of mine.
Explains
Whole
everything.
movie.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Explains everything.
Our friend down the street found his dad's porn stash, and he was running them illegally. He was charging people. He was running them in the basement, and charging the neighborhood kids to come in and watch the porn. And
he had a dog.
And one of the first ones was called Dog Tamer. And this lady was in a barber chair. And this big fucking Great Dane comes in the room.
And his name is Brad Gray. He now runs Paramount Pictures.
I was going to say.
It was the basement, you said?
Yeah.
So was he trying to touch you guys too?
No,
that seems a little creepy.
No, just, you know.
So did he have it set up all nice for you guys?
Exactly, right. Chairs, iron folding chairs. He had 4 little rows
and
of
then
chairs.
how did he get the word out that he had porn for you guys?
One neighborhood kid tells everybody.
That's like the Little Rascals. Like he's outside.
Exactly. That's what was going on. That's exactly what was going on. Eddie Landers is running porn in the basement. Get over there.
And did he get caught ever?
Well, but we got away with it for about a month. You know, yeah.
That's it.
Then he got caught. Yeah.
How old was he?
We were like 12, 13. He was about 15. He's a couple years older than us.
Oh, I thought he was the father.
No. He found his dad's porn. It was his dad's porn.
You did say that. Okay.
It was his dad's.
And there was a dog.
Would have been much creepier if it was the dad. No, that's
right. Yeah. That's why I was wondering if it was a setup to touch your peenies.
No. What do you think? But years later, I remember like seeing the dude. I remember seeing. I was at church with my mom, and I see the dude, and I'm like, I've seen your porn. And he was like, what? And I go, never mind. Never mind. I didn't say.
Yeah, that's awkward, especially because you know what he's into.
That's what I'm saying. He's into the dog fucking porn.
Yeah. He's behind the church burying his own shit.
Right. He's at the First Baptist Church.
The show sounds good.
It's good. It's great. It looks great. It doesn't look like anything we've ever made before either, which is awesome.
It's dark.
It's dark, and we shot it dark, and it looks like a movie. Like we shot it like a film. I mean, it looks really.
Do you shoot your own stuff at times?
Yeah, we shoot. I shoot.
I mean,
don't.
where you're holding the camera?
Hold the camera? No, never again. I'm very bad.
When was the last time you did it?
Supersize Me.
Yeah, that was. Yeah. It worked for that.
It worked for that. It was great for that.
Someone has a question about that. Actually, I hope I'm not putting you on the spot.
That's all fine.
You know how to get your way out of it.
Ronald.
Doug in Syracuse.
Yes, hi.
Hey.
I'm a big fan, Morgan.
Hey,
but there's like a conspiracy theory about Supersize Me that
I actually died at the end.
About it. Yes, but is that you use steroids to gain weight, and that was what caused the liver damage that you talked about during the documentary. How do you respond to that?
Well, that's completely not even close to being factually accurate. Wouldn't I have been like really strong as well if I had taken steroids? Couldn't I have like gotten bulked up?
I didn't see a pimple. I didn't see a pimple.
Back me.
Yeah, you didn't seem angry or rageful.
I didn't have any rage. No, that is not true. I was
You
not
look like
taking,
shit, actually.
I was not taking steroids.
Yeah, he looked horrible.
I looked you would think taking steroids, I would have actually, if I was taking steroids, I would have looked much better. But no, I did not take steroids.
You took your time with that documentary. It was filmed over, what was it, 100?
month.
A month, right?
Actually,
Every day for a month.
Yeah, and then we shot the rest of all the other interviews after that. All the other stuff.
And how much did you end up gaining again?
Almost 30 pounds, like 27 pounds in a month.
In 1 month.
Wow. Good God.
And Doug, you think it was because of steroids?
It's not what I think. It's a internet conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of stuff about it. That it might not be the steroids that you guys are talking about, like traditional rage-inducing steroids, being more like human growth hormones, or there are a lot of specific types of doping they talk about that would just cause an increase in body mass and would cause liver damage, because apparently there are people who've done similar attempts at the Super Size Me documentary. Another guy wrote like a book where he ate like the exact same stuff, and he gained weight but didn't have similar things. They couldn't reproduce it, and they're saying that would be caused by doping. That's the argument.
All right.
Well, I wasn't on. I was on no prescription medication or no non-prescribed medication.
You were
I
just
was on
eating
no
your face
medication.
off.
I was just eating really bad food.
All day long you were eating.
That's right. Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, all 3 meals. And if they ask
I haven't
you,
seen the documentary in a while, but it was
It was good. It looked delicious and then uncomfortable.
Yeah, it was good and bad.
he ruined them though. Because of him, they had to all of a sudden, let's have apples and salad. You know, that was not. They took away the supersize thing. They took away that didn't even exist anymore.
Is that because of you officially?
I would think.
They said when the film came out, they said. Because the film premiered at Sundance. 6 weeks later, they announced they were eliminating supersized options.
See,
in the movie, and then the movie opened 6 weeks after that, and they said it had nothing to do with the film. The whole reason was menu simplification.
That's a lie.
yes,
Yeah,
the word was out.
it was totally out.
The
You
word
can't-
was out.
right.
Oh shit, we're gonna look bad.
Horrible.
Oh man, are we gonna look bad?
Horrible.
The creative brilliance behind just doing something that we've all eaten it, like just to go like, I'm going to eat every meal for a month and film the results. Like, what a smart thing to do, man.
Oh,
Smart.
Absolutely. I saw the documentary. Where in the world is Osama bin Laden? So were you close?
we were close. We were.
No, I know. I saw the film, but I mean, in the end,
where they caught him, where they found him in Abbottabad,
right?
We were in northern Islamabad,
right?
Shooting. I'm trying to remember, when it would have been, probably around 2006, 2007, and we were probably about 15 miles from where they found him.
Wow,
That's good.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
So everyone had an idea, obviously.
Yeah.
Were you ever uncomfortable there or in danger at all? Or
There were times, we had a fixer that was with us the whole time. Everywhere we went, you would have somebody who's kind of just there to make sure your ass doesn't get blown up and or shot or kidnapped or anything. And so anytime we'd be filming in Islamabad or Peshawar, and I mean there were always people looking for Americans, looking for targets. And the minute he would sense something was wrong, and he'd walk around as we'd be filming and just be listening to people as they were talking. And the minute he would hear something, anybody say something like "There's Americans over here" or "Here's where I am," he would come grab us, or he'd just come lean into my ear and say, "It's time to go."
Wow.
Yeah.
And you would stop mid-shot?
Yeah, and we'd just stop. We'd stop shooting. We would say, "Great, let's get in the car," and we get in the car and leave and go to another place.
That fast.
And it was one of those where he said, "I said, how do you know?" He goes, "How do you?" I said, "How do you know it's bad?" He goes, "You just know." He goes, "You can just tell."
Right, sure.
And I said, and he goes, "You just stay until it's not too late, or else you just have no idea what will happen."
You didn't tell people why you were over there, right?
When we were shooting, that we were looking for Osama bin Laden? Yeah, absolutely.
You just
yeah, we did.
You didn't say you were doing a documentary on
exactly.
I don't know.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Right. No.
I said we're looking for Osama bin Laden, and people were like, "Oh," and people would go, "Oh yeah, he's over there.
He's right over there."
Wow. But in the end, you were 15 miles away. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So you you would maybe he sensed people just kind of getting antsy watching you or something. It's really weird. Like you can't even go there to shoot something without knowing you're going to get kidnapped.
Yeah, I think that he used especially at that time. This was fresh after it was about 5 years after 9/11, and we still had tons of troops in Pakistan and Afghanistan. And his whole thing was, it was still very sensitive. And
I haven't seen that in a while, but I think it was your movie where the locals were watching wrestling. Was that in your movie?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was, right.
Yeah.
Which amazed me at the time. Because he's going into all these homes and stuff,
Right.
and they got wrestling on. They're
That's right.
huge wrestling fans in the Middle East.
Like fake wrestling or wrestling
like
wrestling?
WWE.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah, fake
Like
wrestling.
they're
huge fans.
Like they're watching The Rock and and Goldberg. And
I remember watching your documentary going, wow, man, in general, they want to be like
that's the common
everyone
thread.
else.
That's what keeps us together. That's what bonds us as humans.
In
as
general,
professional
I'll
wrestling.
say.
Yeah,
but
is
they
The Rock.
like wrestling. And I remember they had wrestling T-shirts on and stuff. I'm like, this is weird.
I went through it. Do you have a wrestling phase? I went through a wrestling phase.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Loved
totally.
it.
Oh, yeah, totally crazy about it. I remember Gordon Soley was the local guy on TBS, Ted Turner. It was just Georgia Southeastern.
Who's that?
Gordon Soley was the.
Do you know Gordon Soley?
Of course, he's the voice of
He's
wrestling.
the voice of wrestling.
Yeah.
He's
What does
crazy.
that mean?
I don't know. He's a
like
legendary announcer. He's like Gorilla
I
Monsoon
really don't
or
know.
whatever his
Did
name
he make
was.
it to WWE?
No.
All right, then I don't know.
They went to. I remember they went. Pak Song was the evil Korean villain, and Mr. Wrestling #1 was in the hospital, and they were at Grady Hospital on the south side of Atlanta, and they're in the hospital. And Mr. Wrestling #1 is wearing his mask in the hospital bed, and Pak Song, the villain, runs in and fucks the bed up and makes it crunch him up. He pulls the IV out of his thing sing. There's a whole. I was like 12 years old. It was the greatest things I've ever seen in my entire life. There he is. There's Pac Song.
I don't remember him at all.
See, that would be under the sin of anger.
That's it. Wrath.
Wrath. Oh, I forgot. I always forget wrath. That's one of them, right?
Wrath is one of them.
Is anger one of them or wrath? No,
Wrath. Wrath is
anger.
Wrath is anger.
Did you rewatch Seven before you started your show?
We didn't. You know, I wish I would have. It's
that movie's fucking
I love that movie. I love that movie.
It's a great movie. Yeah, it's outstanding. Yeah, good. Totally good.
Yeah. So it's just like that movie, only better.
Only better. Well, give us some more things we're going to see this season.
Well, the back in the Lust episode, which is one of my favorite episodes, there's a guy, because there's people who like older women. You know, everybody likes older women. Some people like even older women, and he particularly likes, you know, older ladies, like 70, 80, 90-year-old women. Like
Does he really though?
He dates. Oh yeah. Like his whole thing, he's turned on by old women, and he dates 90-plus-year-old women.
He doesn't
what does he like about
them? They're very experienced. As he says, you got to understand. You got to understand an old lady with dentures is like finding a unicorn.
He said that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd rather fuck a unicorn.
Yeah, really, no kidding.
I'd rather sit on its horn than fuck a 90-year-old woman.
What was that? What was the name of that porn we had laying around forever?
Exactly, Centurion or something.
Century Sex.
Centurion.
Yeah,
Centurion.
I knew it was something with 100.
We had a video that we would show our guests, everyone that we thought was cool, and it was called Century Sex. After their time on the show, they had to go in our office and check out a couple minutes of Century Sex, and they swore that the woman in this video was 100 years old.
Wow.
And she was bent over, and a guy that was probably 60 was dogging her.
Sure.
It is one of the most horrific videos we've ever had in our office.
My mom said that the little old man that lived across the street from us, when his wife died, these two little old ladies started showing up, and so they were all in their 80s. Mm-hmm. And my mom goes over to him one day, sees him in there, and she's like, "What's the deal with you're a little bit old to be playing two different women?" And he's like, "Well, one of them fucks me and the other one will just blow me. I got to have both." And he was like 85 being a player with these two 85-year-old ladies.
Amazing.
I know. I was like, Mr. Holcomb. Way to go, Mr. Holcomb.
There was a question about the movie you did about Osama, a follow-up. Mm-hmm. But how would you do a follow-up movie?
Get some scuba gear.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Right, exactly.
I'll get
James Cameron to loan me that. Get him to loan me that submarine he's got.
Yeah. Let's go to Baker in Baton Rouge. We got Morgan Spurlock, who's been doing our radio show, I don't know, at least 12.
Many years.
Probably 14 years.
14, yeah, since about 2000.
And we mention it every time, I know, but,
yeah,
it's
still awesome.
Let's say hi to Baker.
Hey, morning, guys. How you doing?
Hey.
Hey, Morgan, if someone accuses you of the steroid thing, obviously you didn't do that.
Yeah.
Everybody believes you, I think. But you won't bulk up if you take steroids. I mean, you have to work out to do that. That's not why I'm calling.
So it's obvious that Morgan Spurlock doesn't work out, is what you're saying.
Is that what you're saying? What are you trying to say?
Right.
I mean, you got to...
Well,
how old were you when you made that movie?
30, it would have been 2000, it would have been about 33.
33. Yeah. You had nothing better to do at the time, so you're like, fuck, I got an idea, I'm going to go all in with this.
It's a great movie.
That's the problem.
It's a great movie, it's a great message.
Yeah, go ahead, Baker.
Hey, we were sitting around with some buddies about 5 or 6 years ago, and we're all telling stories about what brothers fighting. And we got around to Bubba from South Alabama, and he and his brother got into a huge fight, and we asked why, and he said, "Well, my brother fucked my donkey." And so, what does that mean? And he said, "Well, we each had a donkey." And I walked into the cattle gap one morning, and he was fucking my donkey. And these guys didn't talk again for about 10 years. So apparently this bestiality.
You got jealous over a donkey?
Yeah. Or maybe one guy didn't fuck it. Maybe he just said it was his pet.
Yeah. And the donkey never talked to him again either.
Yeah. Right. Imagine how hurt you'd be if you came home and there was someone dick deep in your ferret and you see your fish on the end of his cock like that. Help me look at its eye.
So we were all drunk. It was one of those things where I don't think I would have told that story, but he did. He ended up telling it. So he can't live it down now.
Well, all right.
So anyway,
donkey fucker.
Y'all have a good day.
Vice.com did a great quick documentary on people
in Colombia.
People that fuck donkeys in Colombia.
It was great.
a certain village or something specifically.
It was kind of understood.
It was just understood that
That's what they do. That's what you do.
a lot of the moms and stuff would rather their boys go and do that to kind of get some experience and stuff. It's an amazing piece of work. And I wasn't buying it. I thought, if you're going to do a documentary and, people are going to kind of give you what you want in a way. So sometimes I wonder if they're telling the truth. But at the end of this documentary, they actually showed a guy
Doing it to a donkey.
Wow, yeah.
Really?
I mean, it was blurred out, but you could see enough.
He was fucking it, yeah.
You could see enough.
What kind of experience are you going to get from that, though? That's like if you ever want to fuck a girl and they have her pull a cart up a hill.
That's right.
That's great practice.
It's like, that's why I keep wondering why the boys show up with hay for the date.
I want a stubborn woman.
Right, exactly.
It wasn't discouraged. It was encouraged for
shoving a carrot in her mouth.
I was going to say the carrot on the stick. The carrot on the stick.
I don't like carrots. Why do you keep doing that?
All right, this guy wants to explain why the last caller was an idiot. Ryan in Buffalo, go ahead.
Hey, how you doing? There is a connection between obesity and fast food in this country, for one. And for two, these conspiracy theory idiots, why don't you go eat fast food for a month to see if that works, and then you can prove your conspiracies. And there's a good video on YouTube, 9/11 Liars Club, Alex Jones shuts down the 9/11 conspiracy retards.
I thought Alex Jones was a bit into the 9/11 conspiracy, though. Oh, he's gone.
I thought he was too. I thought
right?
he was. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
I don't know. I don't know what the guy's point was right there, actually.
Now I got to go check out that website.
But the other guy said there's people out there that are claiming they did exactly what you did and didn't gain as much weight.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's different. Everybody's different metabolism.
Exactly. That's the name of my new book.
Everybody's different. Donkey fucker.
No, it's a children's book. But it's okay to be different.
Oh, okay. It's a children's book.
Everybody's different. And at the end, they show like the kids who are like disabled or whatever succeeding.
Did you write that with Mary Lou Henner?
No, she had a book like that. I'll fucking kill her.
At what day were you sick of the food?
Early. Oh my God. It was
like a week?
No, it was probably about a weekend. Yeah, because after about 8-9 days, I'd gone through like everything on the menu like once, and I was like on my second trip through the menu, and by that point I was like, I'm done.
Have you eaten McDonald's since?
No, not at all.
Not once.
But I love Shake Shack though. Like Shake
I've
Shack.
never eaten there. It's
Shake Shack.
Shake Shack. Yeah, I was there yesterday.
Good.
I was there yesterday.
I love
I
Shake Shack.
avoid it at all costs. There's one in our neighborhood.
I know.
It's
Why is it so good? Is it like,
I don't know. They know how to make a burger. And
They
the
grind
fries
the meat,
and
Yeah, it's like In-N-Out. It's probably the closest in New York thing to In-N-Out.
there's a line of like 80 people. I'm like,
It's
why
crazy.
The best burger in New York is at the Park Meridian in that little burger joint in the lobby.
Oh yeah, that's a good burger.
Oh,
You've been there, right?
I have been there.
They line up every day around 11 o'clock for those burgers too, and there's nothing going on in this tiny look. It's as big as a studio.
It's literally
with some
this
high
big.
tops, and you go in there and grab a bag.
We went there with Jay.
Huh?
Jay Moore, I think, took us there.
Yeah,
That's a good burger.
I met Henry Winkler there for the first time.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nicest guy on the planet.
Yeah, he really is.
He stopped doing our show though. What's that about?
He didn't stop doing our show.
He kind of did. I'm thinking.
No, he hasn't been around, right?
He kind of stopped doing it, right?
No.
I don't think he's been
He's
back
had
up
projects. He's had projects since. We've had him on a few times. He is the nicest man living today.
Yeah.
The listeners loved him. He was just such a good guy.
You're up there, Morgan, but he's
I mean, he's the Fonz. What do you want?
Right.
What do you want?
I love Henry Winkler. So what about Wrath? What do you feature in Wrath?
Wrath, there are groups that I tell you the one thing is in Wrath that's fantastic. So there's a guy who has created a bullet that is basically called a multiple impact bullet. And his whole thing is that just having a bullet or having a gun in your house isn't enough to protect you, because you need a bullet that will really do damage if somebody comes inside. And so he's invented this bullet, and he has his family build it at their facility, and they put them together. And so basically when you shoot the bullet, it basically will expand out of the gun into like threes. So it'll go and spread out like a web. And so it's like, so there's a metal piece in the middle with 3 metal pieces that come out around it, that are tied by chains. And so basically when it goes into you, it will basically rip a giant hole in your stomach.
Does it work?
And it worked. Yeah. It's like, so we shot a bunch of animals with it in the film. You see like a pig and a cow just get ripped apart. It's disturbing.
Where'd you get the pig from?
It's amazing. Yeah, from down the road.
Right. Did someone fuck the pig before you shot it?
Well, we had to,
before you shot it.
We got a small budget, it's a doc budget. I want to make sure we're getting multiple uses out of our pigs.
Basic cable. It's a cable budget.
We're using the pig for 5 of the sins.
Yeah, exactly.
What state does this guy live in that's making the bullet? Where's he from?
It was somewhere in the South. I feel like it was either Tennessee or Alabama. I can't remember.
There you go. Right.
Yeah.
Fucking horrifying. Hits you more than once. It's like it stops short like a cartoon bullet. A boxing glove comes out. Punches you.
It's incredible to see. Like the damage that bullet does is remarkable.
It's like a shotgun, though. Doesn't a shotgun do the same thing?
Shotgun sprays, but this is just like a regular bullet you just put in a 38. You know, you can put in just like a pistol.
Little tiny chains.
Yeah. Little tiny chains just rip through.
Can't wait to see this.
It's a great show. Yeah, the Gluttony episode, which is the one that premieres tonight, is fantastically dark. We talk about a place because of our burger conversation. Well, it's a good transition back. Is there's a guy who has a place in Vegas called the Heart Attack Grill, where if you weigh over 350 pounds, you get to eat for free. Like there's a scale when you come in, and like if you weigh 350 pounds, and your meal's on the house. And
what's the upside of the? Is it like just let's go watch some fat pigs eat? Like what is the upside?
That's his whole thing. He says his whole thing is that part of it is the spectacle of watching other people eat while they're in there. You know, he puts you in like he's a doctor. He calls himself Dr. John Basso, and then he puts you in like a patient's gown when you sit down to eat. All the waitresses are nurses. And the burgers you order are like a single bypass, a double bypass, a triple bypass, or a quadruple. The quadruple bypass is 4 patties, like 20 slices of bacon. It's like 10,000 calories, almost 10,000 calories. The milkshake is a triple fat milkshake made out of lard and butter, and it's 5,000 calories.
You taste it?
I did taste it. It's delicious.
It had to be.
It's delicious.
Is it fattening though?
It's no, it's totally fine.
But the point is, the guy has everyone talking about his joint, right?
That's right. And he said,
didn't someone have a heart attack?
Two people had heart attacks.
I remember that being in the news last year.
And both of his spokespeople, have died of heart attacks.
Right.
People who are like the spokespeople of the restaurant have died.
What a weird place.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
It's like Kevorkian opened a restaurant.
It's exactly what it's like. It's exactly what it's like.
But more importantly, can you get a salad in there?
Yeah, you can.
It weighs 50 pounds.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
a 50-pound salad.
It's got human toes in it.
Right. It's got fried bacon and blue cheese crumbles.
Is that a picture of it?
This is the trailer.
Yeah, that's him.
We're watching the trailer for.
Oh wait, let's watch the trailer. For real.
This is
Morgan Spurlock's new show. What's the name of the show again?
7 Deadly Sins.
Yes, and it's on Showtime tonight at 11.
Tonight at 11.
Yes.
Let's listen to watch the trailer together. So we could critique it in front of you. This is the joint,
I own the Heart Attack Grill. It's a medically themed restaurant. We are the bad boys of hamburgers.
Jesus.
Our menu is purposely designed to be offensive. It's absolutely as unhealthy as possible. This is a single bypass burger, half of a pound, 5 slices of bacon. Everything's sauteed in lard, and then we slather chili over the top of double bypass, triple bypass, quadruple bypass. That's 9,983 calories.
Wow.
The butterfat shake.
This thick, rich, decadent piece of heaven. We also have lard fried fries.
Fresh cut potatoes, deep fried in pure lard. Then we smother it in cheese and chili.
We have Jello shots that come in a syringe.
That's half vodka. Jasmine, can we have the cigarettes as well? A filter on a cigarette, it's like a condom during sex. We're selling a legal but lethal commodity. And we're selling it and selling it and selling it.
I think
the show's going to do well.
That place is great because it's honest about what it is. This is what we're serving, so you know exactly what you're getting when you walk in there.
And it's great. And his whole thing is like, the show we did with him, which is, it looks so great. And he just basically says, he goes, listen, I'm doing America a favor. He goes, I'm showing you how fat and disgusting you are. It's like, it's great. His whole thing. He's fantastic.
How many calories?
Spin it a little bit.
Yeah,
but that's his whole spin. That's his whole spin.
I get
that's
it,
his whole spin.
How many calories are in the single?
2,500 calories in the single bypass.
But you're going to get fries and everything else too, along with that.
I couldn't finish a single.
But I could see so many just quote normal people who eat relatively normal, just going there for the the experience.
Yeah,
right?
you go in there for the experience.
Go there once or twice while you're in Vegas.
Yeah, it's packed all the time.
Oh, I can imagine.
The place is packed.
Does anyone have that fucking 10,000 calorie one?
Oh yeah, no, people eat it all the time.
Has anyone finished it?
Oh yeah, lots of people.
Really?
Yeah. The best, there was a guy in there, and this one of my favorite people in the episode is we're in there shooting people in the restaurant, and this guy said, he goes, oh yeah, he goes, I just had a triple bypass, and he opens up his shirt, and there's a scar on his chest, and he goes, so I came in for a double bypass. I was like,
That's great.
That takes
That's
balls.
great. That's just somebody that does not give a
Can you
fuck.
imagine that? Can you imagine
Somebody just does not give a fuck about anything at all.
Just imagine the dump the next morning.
Exactly.
It looks like that chili it's going right on top.
God.
Are each of them an hour, Morgan? Or are they about an hour long?
That show's half hour.
Oh, half hour.
Shows half
All
hour,
right.
yeah.
So 7 of them, half hour. That's everybody can commit to that.
That's right. Anybody can. Yeah, come on, DPR that right now. It's great.
Yeah, but that was great to really stab Morgan there. Is it an hour? No.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Hey, you know.
No, but you say that. Is it a half hour? And then if it's an hour, he'll go, no, it's an hour. But then they'll go, it's a half hour.
Yeah, Showtime
was
didn't want
my
to fully commit.
That's right. That's
awkward.
They just put in the tip. Just the tip.
That was uncomfortable.
Let me say,
No, it looks great, man. It looks really good.
we only have a couple more minutes with you, and I remember this from last time, and I think we want to do this again. Go ahead, Macon in North Carolina.
Yeah, man, I wanted to tell you I watched Brothers Keeper and a few of the other ones you recommended last time. And,
Awesome.
And they were awesome. Brothers Keeper was ridiculous. It was haunting and awesome, and I had no idea what to make of it. I was wondering if you'd seen Dear Zachary.
Dear Zachary is one of my favorite films. That is.
You talked about that last time?
I didn't. No, but that's one of those that's a hardcore doc. It's not like the last time we talked about gateway docs of movies that you want to get people into watching documentaries, and then Brothers Keeper is my favorite doc of all time. But Dear Zachary is this incredible story about this guy whose best friend. He ends up losing his best friend, and so he wants to tell his best friend's child how awesome his best friend was, and basically wants to make a film about him just to educate him. And what then transpires over the course of this movie is unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Where do you get it? Netflix?
You can go on Netflix to see it. Dear Zachary.
Yeah, Morgan knows documentaries. That's why I took your call there, Macon.
American movie. Have you seen American movie?
I love American
That's
movies.
an amazing. That's crazy good. The Thin Blue Line was the first one that really got me into
what's
documentary.
American movie?
American movie. Tell them, Morgan.
Yeah, so American movie is about these two guys who want to make a film,
right?
And so basically, it chronicles these two guys in, I guess,
Wisconsin. They're in Wisconsin,
who want to make a film.
Like a slasher, gore, cheap,
And it's basically it's a film about these guys trying to make a movie, and it is one of the greatest films ever.
It's hilarious. Yeah. The dude was on Letterman, and he got a lot of press when it came out because
Mark Borchardt.
Yeah,
Mark Borchardt.
It was not intentionally supposed to be what it turned out to be.
That's right.
Yeah, and it's crazy.
Man.
It's hilarious. It's
That's
really
awesome.
well done.
It's one of the funniest films you'll ever see.
I got a couple ideas for I love documentaries. I can watch a documentary every day.
Yeah, like if you like King of Kong, like if you like King of Kong, then you're going to love
That's one
American
of my favorites
movie.
of all time.
Yeah, you'll love American movie. Then
you will love American movie.
These fellows remind me of the horror film that I wrote. Fuck. I did. I wrote a horror film to be released in December. It's called The 12 Days of Murder.
Murder.
Yeah, it's good.
Let me go to Psycho Bob. Psycho Bob.
Hey, good morning, Ope.
Hey.
Hey, I think that bullet that you guys were talking about, it's called an RIP bullet made by a company called G2 Research. It stands for Radically Invasive Projectile.
Wow.
I'm going to look it up.
There's a good video on YouTube with it.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah. Can we see that on YouTube?
Yeah, I want to see that. Someone wants to know, too, Morgan, how you got around the animal cruelty thing.
With what? Oh, in this episode?
Pig.
Oh, with the pig? Well, it was already dead. I didn't physically kill it.
Oh, I was actually wanting to ask you about that too.
Yeah, we shot an already dead animal just to show it kind of.
One of your staff members choked it out before before you filmed it.
Poked his eyes out.
I found it in my trunk. What do you mean? I don't know how it got
from West Virginia. He travels with a pig.
That's right.
Kicked it in the asshole for no reason. Poor thing.
All right, here's the RIP RIP ammunition high speed slow motion test of this thing. Bullet comes out.
Camera.
They gotta move the camera to the right.
Yeah, I know. I don't need to see the bullet ejecting.
What the hell?
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Is that water? Yes.
All right. Well.
It's going into like a brick of water or something.
Yeah, that would do some damage.
It's showing the expanse.
A little bit. Okay. I'm sure Morgan did a better job at the bullet on his show.
Was that ice?
Yeah, it looks like it was ice.
Oh, it's ice.
Went through a block of ice. Go to what? Our Facebook? Eric, you putting all these videos up there? What's the Facebook these days?
What are you in there, on Hulk Hogan's page?
Facebook.com/ONA show.
Okay. All right. And our Twitter's the same still, ONA show. All the videos that we talk about, we tweet out for you guys and put on our Facebook. I think you got to go, Morgan, unfortunately.
That's all good.
They told us.
So is Ant going to come back?
Oh, boy.
Am I allowed to ask that
Yes,
question?
of course.
Oh, boy.
That's why I'm here. We're going to change it to Opie and Opie.
We don't know, man.
We have no idea.
We honestly don't. He's got his own show on his website now.
Yeah.
Which he's actually filming from his house. He has a fucking
It's doing well.
$50,000 studio in his house. We don't know.
He actually has a better.
I want him back.
He actually has a better setup than us.
Right.
He does. So we don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know if he wants to come back.
Right.
I don't know. It's all up in the air.
Yeah.
We're all just trying to figure it out.
He's
Fuck
getting
you,
his
Morgan.
sleep work. Yeah. I'll say one thing Anthony did that was smart is he
Thanks
said,
for bringing it down. Thanks for bringing it down,
fucking up in the
Spurlock.
morning.
Wow. He asked us as he's leaving. Great.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Sorry. Salt in the wounds. before I
Showtime,
go.
11 o'clock.
Yeah,
Showtime. Tonight at 11 on Showtime.
No, listen. I was sad and hurt when I heard that.
Sure.
Yeah,
it was
as I'm
a
sure
big-
everybody was.
It obviously was a big hit.
Yeah. Well,
That's it.
I'm sorry. I miss him.
I don't think the O&A days are over.
Yeah.
I think we're just taking a break right now.
We want to do a road show on the back of a truck like Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney.
With some elixirs.
Say, or is it the girl?
Doggone girl is
They're selling elixirs for the back of the truck.
elixirs. Say.
You got a little say for us, E-Rock.
The girl's mine.
All right, Morgan, what's the big
Thank
plug?
you, guys.
Showtime tonight.
11
the
o'clock.
7 Deadly Sins at 11 o'clock.
11
Right on.
o'clock. Yeah. Tune in. You'll dig it.
What's the first one? What are we starting with tonight?
Gluttony's tonight.
Okay.
The one that we
The
just
burgers.
saw.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'll have that guy. We have
Do I
Darling
follow
Nikki.
you on Twitter?
Yeah, it's at Morgan Spurlock on Twitter.
I don't know if I follow you. I'm going to follow you right now. Morgan Spurlock on Twitter.
Yeah. At Morgan
That was
Spurlock.
my
Yeah.
way of saying you better fucking follow me.
I'll follow you back.
I'm kidding.
That's a deal.
And my the second part of my Whitney Cummings, Cummings episode's up today on Vice.com.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Plug that.
Yeah, we played the bit today. It was hilarious.
That was from part
I
one.
love Whitney Cummings.
I do too.
Oh,
She's
part
terrific.
2's today, right.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. You're right.
She's great.
Yeah, I interviewed her on the show, and she's really open, and she's very funny and extremely forthcoming.
Yeah.
Like, she's a mess,
Yeah.
and I say that lovingly.
Right.
I respect that. You know?
An open mess.
Yeah, she's brutally honest.
Oh, yeah? All right, now I'm following you. I'm sorry. I should have followed you all along. Morgan Spurlock on Twitter. Did you talk to her about the 2 shows that she lost? Because she's
only one. She lost the other one. She's executive producer. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, we talked about money and all that stuff in her fucking.
I thought I liked it. I actually I did like her show.
Whitney.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever actually saw a full
It was
episode. I
good.
only saw clips.
Did they do a full season? Or
2.
Yeah, 2.
2 full seasons. Yeah.
And then they canceled it.
It was edgy and
Yeah, but she describes how they canceled it and how they let her know, and it's just like she's smart though. The way she looks at it, she doesn't look at it like bitter, but the way she describes the cancellation, you're like, oh, fucking show business just stinks.
Yeah.
I mean, it is weird what they do. I mean, I don't have as much experience as you guys, but when we were doing the XFL for NBC, whatever. And we survived 6 weeks, but they were kind of happy at first for a little while. And then I remember being in the elevator with the guy that was kissing my ass and pretty much blowing me. We were at Giant Stadium.
Anthony.
Me and Anthony get on the elevator after we filmed all this shit at Giant Stadium for the next episode or whatever.
Yeah.
With the guy that's been blowing us for the last couple months. He didn't even say hi to us. And sure enough, like 2 days later, we got word. I'm like, really? You couldn't have just a conversation with us?
Yeah, dead man walking.
Yeah, totally. It's it's the most horrible, awful.
He kind of nodded at us because he had to, because we were in an elevator. But I remember telling Ann, I'm going, oh, that ain't good. What the fuck is that? And then sure enough, we got the call very soon after that it was over.
When you were so awful, Jeff Foxworthy is one of the nicest people on the planet Earth, and when you can make him want to choke somebody, I saw him lunge across a table, going, "You motherfucker!"
Really?
Yes. I mean, this is a guy I hadn't heard him say "damn" until this, and I saw him lunge across the table at this TV executive.
Was it Larry or Ron?
It's Ingval. It was Ingval. It was Ingval.
Wow, we really got to get more of
Thank you,
that.
guys.
The gentlemen are off to drop a deuce. Stay tuned for their progress. On Sirius XM. And now, back to the show. Aren't you glad you didn't drive off that bridge?
Do you want to talk about duck butter?
Oh, fuck yeah. I want to drink some.
You want to talk about duck butter,
Sure,
Todd?
I might. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Michael Jackson had a code. Had code words and signals that he used with a boy he allegedly molested to describe various sex acts, including duck butter. What is the definition of duck butter in this story?
I'm going to guess that's cum. I would hope.
That's right when he's coming and he yells duck to little boy.
There it is. Is that supposed to sound more appealing than getting cum in your face or something?
Exactly.
Oh, it's like duck butter. Oh, I love duck butter. Well, if it's like duck butter.
Yeah, it's just a euphemism for icon jizz.
James Safechuck, I guess, now 36, claims in his lawsuit against the MJ estate, the singer started abusing him when he was 10 when he traveled with Michael to Paris for the Bad Tour in 1988. In new court docs obtained by TMZ, Safechuck says Michael taught him to use code words referring to his erection as bright light, brick city, and calling semen duck butter.
Look at that. You guys guessed that.
It's got to be.
Duck butter. Oh.
But I think he brings up his lawsuit right in the nick of time. Fucking Michael Jackson, how long has he been dead now?
I think we just passed 5 years. I think we just passed the 5-year mark already.
If you got fucked in the ass in 1988, I don't want to hear about it now in court.
You had plenty of time to speak up.
Yeah, 93, I would have wanted to hear this. But if you already got your own children, and you I'm not interested in your lawsuit.
Yeah.
88, so what are we talking, 26 years ago?
Yeah.
Wow.
Plus, it must be hard coming out as a man with your own kids to let them know that you blew Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
that sucks for your kids.
Unless you're bragging.
Does the duck butter thing make you think it's true or not true?
I don't know.
But the code words?
I don't know.
Because that does sound like something he might come up with. Knowing Michael the way I did. Being one of his tight buddies.
Is one of his confidants? You think duck butter sounds like him?
So what's the other one? There's two of these right now? Sam?
God, they're never going to end these
I read that
lawsuits.
story that you just read.
I don't know if these guys are being truthful, but I don't want to hear about it 30 years later. It's like, just what you should do, if this is true, if your parents put you in that position, you should fucking hit them with a hammer and then not take care of them when they're old because they're shit parents and it's been too long for you to come out.
But the question is why...
But nobody back then knew... Here's the thing, though. Nobody back then was like, this guy's a child molester, right?
There was weird rumors circulating. Yeah, there was rumors. It was weird.
Yeah, but...
People made fun of him. There was something bizarre.
It is an adult taking your kid on a trip.
Yeah, but it's not it's Michael Jackson
I know,
saying...
well, that's what I was saying.
Let's
Starstruck,
fucking...
yeah.
Hey, I want to take you... I want to hang out with your kid, and he's a kid. He's a child star. He's the biggest fucking star in the world.
Well, I understand it's awkward.
Put it into today's terms. It would be like Justin Bieber saying, let's say Bieber was into this. Obviously, we have no idea, and I'm sure he probably isn't. Right. But you're a parent, and all of a sudden Bieber says, "Hey, I want to take your 10-year-old to Japan." Do you do that?
No, not at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
No, I wouldn't let Max go.
So
with
what type of parent would
Unless
allow
I get
that?
to go with him.
Right.
I'd go with him.
Right, but what type of parent would allow that?
I'm not letting my kid get head without me.
Oh, Jesus. Well, let's read about this guy. The question would be, why are you guys coming out now with this
That's
shit?
exactly it.
26 years later, in this guy's case, it looks like from 1990 to 97. Australian choreographer Wade Robson dropped a bomb in court. In a stunning reversal, the famous dancer, 31, revealed a graphic list of molestation allegations against Michael Jackson. Robson wants Jackson's estate to admit that between 1990 and 1997, when Robson was between 7 and 14 years old, the King of Pop committed the listed crimes against him. It sounds like the estate was aware of this. That's why I think he's saying
child
this.
porn when he died and they went through his shit. Nobody found anything. Nothing. There wasn't any evidence.
I don't think so.
Maybe had a crew come in.
Yeah.
Maybe the wolf came in.
Yeah. Yes. Although that happened so fast, man. All of a sudden, he wasn't sick. He's just fucking, Conrad Murray calls up and goes, "There's a problem," and then he's dead.
Right.
So all of it, maybe they just blocked all of his shit.
It's a good question, though. The documents accuse Jackson of putting his hand over Robson's clothed penis.
Oh, big deal. What's that worth? $200? Jesus. That's you get $250 in court.
That's easy, though. You would allow that. It's
Yeah,
Michael
of course
Jackson.
you would.
Come on,
Grab your dick
right?
through your tough skins.
You'd let Michael touch your kids?
No, I'm saying me.
Oh, you? I thought I'd do it for nothing.
Right, that's
I'd
easy.
do it for the Instagram photo.
Yeah.
Look at this fucking half white hand.
Guess whose gloved hand this is?
And then you got the French kissing, showering together,
nice.
and much, 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 much more.
Well, I want details. What?
Well, that's how it ends.
What else? Don't fucking leave us hanging.
Yeah, it's not. We're both edging
you
right
get us
now.
all, you get us all hot and bothered, and you stop there.
He's in the shower. What did he do? Did he soap up your asshole? Come on, kid. I want details.
Robson also accused. Okay, maybe we got some here. Accuses the bad singer of showing him pornography and telling him he loved him.
Why would the state possibly go, oh, yeah, we admit to all this?
Yeah, you're right. It happened.
This stuff? Yeah, this happened.
Here's the problem with this guy. Robson famously testified on behalf of Jackson in 2005. He adamantly denied that he was ever abused by the pop star. So he's changing his whole fucking tune here. He claims to have suddenly come to this realization after the birth of his son. This is not a case of repressed memory, Robson told Today in 2013. I've never forgotten one moment of what Michael did to me, but I was psychologically and emotionally completely unable and unwilling to understand that it was sexual abuse.
Well, you know what? If you're a grown man, and I know memories are repressed and it's a horrible thing, but if you're a grown man and you look back at a man putting your hand on his dick and you don't identify that as sexual abuse, then you're a dumb grown man. You're dumb.
This guy knows what duck butter is, too, by the way.
All right, good.
Yeah, let's say hi to Adam in Alabama. Adam.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hello.
Hey, bro.
Hey.
I used to work with a guy in the news, and he would always talk about duck butter. I don't think he knew Michael Jackson, though, but he'd always say it's sweat from your butthole and your ball sack on your taint.
Oh, wow. Wow. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Cancel breakfast.
Yeah, exactly. Cancel breakfast and get that lube. Crank a load out now thinking about that.
I want you to scrape some off into an ice tray.
So it was ball sweat on your taint?
Yeah, and ass sweat.
Yeah.
Ball and ass sweat
Ball and
meeting
ass
on your
sweat.
taint.
Oh, my
Duck butter.
God.
It's wonderful.
There you go, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like this guy. I got this for you. I'm hanging up now.
Yeah, guys.
He's very proud. He's proud of himself.
Got a new definition of duck butter. You guys can continue.
And here it is.
It's like that math question when you were a kid. Like if sweat leaves your asshole at 3 o'clock and then sweat leaves your balls at 2:30 and they meet on... No, all right. Just a thought.
So that's that then.
I don't buy it. I don't know, man. Even if he's being honest, I don't think you should get anything this many years later. The Hideout's kind of telling, though. That's provable. Did he have a place called The Hideout?
Right.
Was there something? Little place in
Yeah, but
Central City.
he was also very childlike, so a hideout could just be a little hide-and-seeky type thing. I don't know.
You know,
hide-and-seeky.
There's too many of these stories, right?
Too many of them. But again, he's a target.
But then
too.
he admitted he just, never really grew up and he felt more comfortable hanging out with younger people. So
It's a hard thing because if we're wrong and he just fucked a ton of kids.
Yeah.
And they're trying to deal with it now. It's like it's not like it hasn't happened. I mean, look at all these priests that one kid comes out and it makes it okay for okay, I can do it too. All these kids these guys are keeping secrets because they don't want to be the one that, is the only one. And once they see that like 2 or 3 other people do it, it's like, you know what? I got duck buttered by this asshole too. So,
I love the fact that Corey Feldman still kind of dresses like that. It's so humiliating.
He's hurting.
I haven't seen any pics of him lately.
Oh, dude, he was at the
hurting.
memorial. Didn't he dress like him at the
Yes.
memorial? Can you see a picture of how he dressed at the memorial?
You got to think he was touched, right? I mean, he's still still dressing like Michael.
Yeah, it's...
Once again, I have no idea, but I don't know. It's a little strange that he dresses like him. There you go.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
I'm
Looks
uncomfortable
like,
looking at that.
yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, what's going on there?
You don't look cool dressed like Michael Jackson ever.
Not now.
Not ever.
Oh, you did back
You
then.
might not want to look at my socks then.
Yeah, you never looked. You never looked for that jacket back in the day when it came out. When
Michael
the red jacket.
No,
You never wanted one of those.
I swear, I didn't think he ever
Me
looked
neither.
cool.
Me neither.
Oh, okay, I didn't think he ever looked cool. It worked for him, I guess. But did he start a trend where a lot of people trying to dress like Michael Jackson?
Yeah, back that red jacket. Remember in Beverly
people
Hills
trying-
Cop?
Sure.
Remember the opening scene when the 2 gay dudes are walking down
Eddie
and
Murphy laughs.
they both had the MJ jacket on, and then Michael wore it in both his specials.
No,
Eddie. I mean
Eddie
Eddie.
Mur-
Yeah,
Eddie
Eddie wore
Murphy.
it both his specials. Yeah.
Is that why he wore that Delirious jacket?
Yeah, it was a Michael Jackson thing. That was wearing that leather coat. He wore the leather pants.
you think Eddie Murphy got the jacket from Michael Jackson?
Or would you think
idea?
Michael got it from Eddie?
I don't think Eddie Murphy would kind of take something from Michael Jackson.
What years were they?
Yeah, it's just a
Delirious
date.
is what,
You figure it
81,
out.
82?
Yeah, something like that.
I'd love to get a jacket like that and wear it about town now. I want to go on a date in that jacket. Oh,
with the Eddie Murphy jacket,
leather pants and that jacket.
The Thriller jacket?
Yeah. I really want to show up and fucking pick a girl up in that outfit. with a Cialis heart on in my fucking in my nice leather
parachute pants.
Yeah, my nice parachute. You know how good a fucking Cialis ride would look in your parachute pants?
Oh my god,
fucking look like God.
You can fucking see the whole helmet.
Yeah, yeah. It sounds gross, but man,
Nice and heavy.
Fuck yeah,
A little heaviness.
Nothing
The fun of
feels
your
better.
parachute pants.
Yeah.
All right.
I wish parachute pants would come back. I want to get a pair.
I'll
I'm
find
sure
you
you
a
can
pair.
find some.
You can, right?
Yeah.
I'll find you a pair.
I'm sure if you went on eBay right now.
Yeah, eBay, you can get some. What size waist are you now?
I bet they're reasonably priced as well.
Yeah, you're probably not going for
Look
fucking.
at that.
Why don't we get you a pair, Jimmy?
I don't know what size waist am I? I don't know, 30.
That's great.
They're probably one size fits all, right? They're stretchy.
No, they're not stretchy.
Oh my god!
No, because I got one pair in my whole life, right on the tail end of parachute pants, when they really didn't have them anymore.
You had like 6 months to wear them before, like, oh, I shouldn't be
I
wearing
wore
this.
them one day and they split coming out of school.